going on, guys? Victor here from Dexter Outdoors, and we got this beautiful golden tilefish right here caught out of Louisiana, and I'm going to show you how to fillet it up using our dual edge Dextreme 8-inch stiff blade. Cool thing about this knife, we actually have two edges. We have a tiger edge on the back, perfect for getting through tough scaly fish like this golden tilefish, and then your precision edge right there. So I'm going to start with the back of the blade, that tiger edge, to get through these scales, working around that peg fin into the head meat of the golden tile. Gonna swivel, and I'm still using that tiger edge, and that's where this knife shines. So think snapper, grouper, sheep's head, redfish, anything with a tough, thick exterior, perfect to not dull the blade of your knife. Now I'm gonna flip it around to do my precision work, rest that knife on the golden tile spine, and just work up from the tail to the head, freeing up that meat. Okay, once I get to this section right here, golden tilefish have a pretty gnarly set of pin bones, so I'm going to swivel my knife up right here by the rib cage, and you can hear as those pin bones break, and that's where a lot of people struggle, is they get stuck right there and can't continue their fillet. I'm just going to free up this meat right here on top of the backbone. Okay, now we're gonna go over the rib cage. Golden tiles have a really long rib cage, so I'm gonna take my knife blade and just kind of glide over it, rather than going through it and then down on the other side of the backbone. Once again, over that rib cage, making nice long strides, not sawing. And there you go. There's our first half of our golden tilefish. You see that rib cage really extends about halfway down the length of that fish. Okay, we're gonna set this fillet over here, do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm gonna make a cut right here. Once again, going into the head meat, around the pec fin to the belly, using the back of the blade. Flip them around, outlining the edge of our fish once again, using that tiger edge, getting through these thick scales all the way to the tail. And when I do this, I'm going pretty superficially. Only about an inch of the blade is going into the fish. Rest the knife on the golden tile spine and just free up the meat. Going with each stride, just releasing a little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, gonna release a little bit on top of this backbone right here. Now, once again, these pin bones can be a real pain in the butt, so tilt your knife up to break through them on top of the rib cage. Okay, now that we're on top of the rib cage, we're gonna just continue, knife down, all the way to the tail, make one final cut, and voila, look at that. Two gorgeous sides of our golden tilefish. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to skin this up. So you can use this knife to fillet, to do your precision work, and also to skin your fish. But keep in mind that when you're trailing with your hand, you do have an edge right here, so don't cut yourself. So I always like to line my fillet up with the edge of the fillet table when I skin, and I will start to push away from me at a slight angle down towards the skin. My left hand is trailing, so I can feel to make sure that I'm not ripping through the skin. But keeping in mind, I still do have that edge right there as to not cut myself. Okay, now look at this. See? We left no skin on the fillet, no meat on there. And when I do my pin bones and take those out, I like to leave my fish on top of the skin, so that way I don't subject it to any fresh water or a dirty fillet table. Now, the thing that's different about golden tilefish is their pin bones run really far down the length of the fish. So to remove them, I feel with my hand to see where they end. They end about here. I go on one side of the pin bones and the bloodline, and I will do the exact same thing on the other. I'm gonna lift this section of meat up. I got stuck a little bit right there. Okay. Cut that out, feed the catfish, and you should have a boneless, skinless piece of golden tilefish ready for the dinner table. Once again, this is our 8-inch dual-edge Dextreme stiff blade, okay? We also make a more flexible one, but I kind of like the stiffness to get through these tough, bony fish. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. You guys can find the knife linked below or at dexteroutdoors.com. We'll see you in the next one.